Now in Granada will Emily make the first move. It's Coronation Street.
To myself, telephone the estate agent, retaking this place off the market again.
I'm not listening, Reg.
Morning. Well, it'll be all right, man, sweet. I mean, thee and me back in double harness again. It'll work.
Reg, you get fired for incompetence, not for mentioning wigs. Do you know I've had this all night, Norman?
Yes, and we wouldn't have had a problem if a certain somebody hadn't admitted to warn me wigs were a taboo subject.
I told you, it just happened to slip me, you know.
Slip what you laughingly call your mind? Oh, yes, I believe you, Roman, like I believe in the Tooth Fairy and the little green men from Mars.
Reg! You will give yourself ulcers if you carry on like this. Now look, a diet of rice pudding and slops, and then you really would have something to worry about, wouldn't you, Norman? Yes. Excuse me.
She's right, you know. You don't seriously think they're going to give you the chop just because one of them's a bit touchy about his bald bods.
Norman, we're not talking about civilised people here. We're talking about Americans. And a nation who is capable of producing Bart Simpson and Bermuda shorts, it's capable of anything. Now get into the car, will you?
Oh, what's this then?
Tiny Ted to bring you good luck.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, sweetheart. Hey, what a star.
Well, we're all rooting for you, you know that.
Yeah, well, I suppose if I don't pass, won't be for the lack of trying, will
Will
it?
it be hard?
What with Tiny Ted here in my bag, be a piece of cake. There you go.
Flipping dog in Victoria Street. Only bit my leg off.
Well, you should tell the owners.
Now I'll teach it a lesson if it tries it again.
Right, well, better get off.
Nick, Martin's taking his exam today. You gonna wish him luck?
I give him my lucky bear to bring him good luck.
Hope it goes okay.
Right, well, cheers, mate. OK, I'll hit the road. See ya.
Will that girl be there?
Sarah, go and wash your face before you go to school.
Okay, Mummy.
Have you no more sense?
Yeah, well, she don't know who I'm talking about.
I don't want you mentioning anything about it in front of her, all right?
Okay. Just wanted to know what she's like anyway. This nurse babe of his.
She's not a babe. And she's not his.
Yeah, well, I bet she stayed gross. She's not as nice as you.
I've no idea what she looks like. I've never even met her.
Yeah, well, I'd give her what for. I could do to that flipping dog.
Sleeping Show Friday morning, Piccadilly Q103 coming next. The things that you're...
On his tongue with his bum in the air. He looks angelic.
He is.
Ah, he should be here at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, well, his dad could take hand in if he lived here.
I'd sooner keep the bags under my eyes and my independence.
What, so you don't mind him having his wife as a flatmate, then?
She's someone else's wife now, Fifi Bell. And he's kipping on the couch.
Would you be jealous if he wasn't?
Put the kettle on and stop asking silly questions.
What? What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong, Mrs. Rashid. It's a good sign. It just means she's coming out of the coma.
And then hopefully she'll be able to breathe without the machine. But you better wait outside till the doctor's been.
Come on, calm down. Everything's okay. It's okay. Gather she's still in a coma.
I was always on the card. She'd end up a druggie.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to say, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, think about it. Her dad leaves her mum. He gets mixed up with half a dozen women.
Oh, don't exaggerate.
Hairdresser, journalist, school teacher.
Cafe owner.
He puts them up the spout.
Only one.
That we know about. I mean, what sort of a background is that for a young girl? He shouldn't be amazed she goes off the rails.
A lot of teenagers take stuff these days, even kids from stable homes.
It's the rotten society we live in. You can't blame Ken.
Yeah. I'd like to hear you say that if it was your son involved.
Oh, Mark wouldn't be such a prat.
Oh.
All right, I don't want to get lynched by the female mafia. Sure, kids these days fall into all sorts of bad habits. I'm just trying to point out it's more likely to happen if they come from a broken home.
Here.
Eh?
Just had this woman wanting to know if the frozen cheesecake has got no calories in it, working on the premise that because they're frozen, they've all died off, like bugs.
Maybe all right to him, eh? Friendly note, you know, man to man.
Be a good trick, though. Could earn a fortune.
Dear Brad, because the Americans, they like informality, don't they? So, dear Brad, I regret if I unfortunately drew attention to your wig, toupee.
A wig by any other name.
Maybe I'll mention his contact lenses and his capped teeth and I've done with it, eh? Clean sweep. Top of the morning to you, Eric. The old Bangor promotion's going very well. That's a brilliant idea of yours.
Brad Martin's PA ran. I'm meeting him at 5.
Oh, he's still interested, Dennis?
I hope so, my friend. Because if I lose out on my retirement villa, overlooking a golf course in Miami, I'll know who to blame, won't I?
Hello? You see, here a man in a no-win situation, Norman. If the Yanks take over, I'm out. And if they don't, I'm out. Huh?
Nurse, she's awake.
Calm down, Tracy.
Mum. Oh, love, thank God.
How are you feeling, Tracy?
It hurts. I know it does, sweetheart.
DJ's rubbish. I can't dance to this. It's too hot.
Tracy, love, you're in hospital. You've been very ill.
Where's Eddie gone with them drinks?
Who's Eddie?
She won't make much sense for a while yet.
I must ring her dad, let him know she's come round.
There's a friend of Tracy's here. She can see her for a few minutes if that's all right with you.
Hello.
Lorraine, you must be your mum. How is she?
Well, she won't be going dancing for quite a while. Weren't you here the other day when her dad was here?
I brought her some flowers.
You do know she could have died taking that muck, don't you?
It wasn't my fault. She's never done it before. She doesn't do that sort of thing.
So why did she that night, then?
She'd been at work since early. She was knackered. This lad gives her this tab, yeah, says it'll give her a high. Energy like.
Eddie?
I don't remember his name. They said she was better. She will be all right, won't she?
Can you tell me where Kathy Powers is, please? Kathy Power? Yes. I'm Gail Platt. Do you want to see someone on the ward? Martin's wife. Oh, right. Sorry, I got my wires crossed. It's his exam today, isn't it? Tell him I hope it's not too much of a pig. Is there somewhere we can talk?
This is the basic stuff that all cars are made of. What makes a difference is the way a car is put together. The way the new Honda Civic's been built will make your eyes pop out. This class of car has never seen double wishbone suspension. Until today, built without cutting corners, it helps you corner better. This bit gave the crusher real trouble. Tough new roll bar, reinforcing the rear. No scrimping here either. The doors meet 1997 US side impact standards already. Ah, half an engine. But no problem. VTEC is the most economical system in its class. But open her up, and there's all the performance you need. All cars are made from this. But in the end, not all are built like this.
Honda. Built without compromise.
Inside the Daily Express tomorrow, pick up 2 great free magazines. This Week magazine and our special Spring Fashion Colour magazine. We take you down the catwalks. Go backstage for all the glamour gossip. We even take in high fashion in the high street. Then we take you on a day trip to France for £1. Our Stena Sea-Link offer gives you a chance to sail away for just £1. So pick up 2 great magazines and start collecting the tokens in this week's Daily Express. Get it straight. Get the Express.
You know why I always have Tic Tac with me? Simple. Because one tiny Tic Tac refreshes my breath for 2 hours, and Tic Tac has only 2 calories. So I can have 2 hours of Tic Tac freshness in just 2 calories. Great, huh?
Tic Tac. 2 hours of freshness in just 2 calories.
Need any help?
Yes, I bought one of these.
Lovely, aren't they?
Yes, well, mine was.
Oh, dear. Sandra, this lady's top's gone all bobbly.
So it has. How did you wash it? In the machine. Look, like it said on the label. Should be okay. Here's what I use in my machine. It's a lot safer. Dreft Ultra in the machine.
You can trust new Dreft Ultra even up to 60 degrees because while main wash powders can allow bobbling, Dreft Ultra is safer on the clothes you care about.
Here's your new top.
And here's my new powder.
Dreft Ultra, safer even up to 60 degrees.
Biscuits, burgers.
Milk, coffee.
2 sandwiches, 2 pasties.
Tea bag.
Tea bags, newspaper. Dog food. Dog food. Crackers.
Cat food.
Cat food. 4 chips.
Cakes.
Steak.
Cherry slice.
Oh, cherry slices. 2 pasties.
Esso has more forecourt shops than anyone else, where you can fill up with whatever you need, whenever you need it.
Bit peckish.
Just a snack.
All you have to do is remember what you wanted.
It's nice to put a face to the name. Martin's often mentioned you.
I'm sure he has.
You've got 2 kids, right?
3. You do know what this is about?
No.
Christmas. You and my husband. I'm sure it can't have slipped your mind altogether.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. We did get a bit carried away.
Carried away? You slept with him. He didn't stop the night. That's supposed to make me feel better.
I'm just trying to explain that these things happen. They don't mean anything.
You went to bed with my husband. And you calmly stand there and tell me it didn't mean anything.
I'm sorry it happened. I'm sure Martin is. What more can I say? Can't we just forget it?
You have no idea, have you? No idea at all.
So, how's the nightclub business going?
Oh, it's bubbling along, you know.
Are you still looking for investors?
Oh, keep it down, will you? Thea'll be in a minute.
Oh, right. She objects to people taking an interest in your business, does she?
Oh, no, not people, just you.
Right. In which case, we might as well forget the proposition you made me. That's a pity.
Look, come out the print shop in about half an hour, yeah?
Sammy's coming on Wednesday. Liz says we can stop there and Andy'll go to Curly's.
Yeah, but you'd be more private here.
But what about you?
I can move in with Denise.
And to think that when I went away, you two weren't even talking. It's a funny relationship you've got.
Tell me about it.
So, what's going to happen?
God knows.
What do you want to happen?
Ideally, get a little house somewhere, live together as a family.
Married?
Preferably, what a conventional old stick I am.
I take it she's not keen. You don't mind me talking about this, do you?
Funnily enough, you're the one person I can talk to about it. Yeah, Denise knows how I feel, but I can't push her.
Yeah, but how much longer can you go on like this? And there's Daniel.
Yeah, well, she had her fingers burnt in the past, so she's reluctant to make a new commitment.
A child's a commitment.
That's different.
You're making excuses for her?
Yeah. Well, perhaps it's the only way I can rationalise an impossible situation.
I just don't think she's being fair to you. I wish she'd come to her senses and then you could just get on with your life.
So, do you want me in then or not?
Yeah, but, only as a financial stake.
Meaning I give you the cash and leave you to it?
You don't give, you invest.
Yeah, but you're still expecting me to write out a cheque and trust you not to blow it on wild weekends with your girlfriend.
Would I do that, eh? Would I?
No, because I'm going to be keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't.
Look, you see, the thing is with investments, right? I mean, say you put your money in Marks and Spencer's, ICI, unit trusts. You just sit back and watch the dividends roll in.
Yeah, but I don't know Mr. Marks or Mr. Sparks or Mr. ICI. But I do know Mr. S. MacDonald. Intimately.
Have you just come out to wind me up?
No, I'm genuinely interested. I'm on if you are,
Excellent.
but only on my terms.
Which are?
That I'm kept fully in the picture.
You will be.
That I get a weekly update on the books and the bank statements, that I get a say in the business strategy, and that I get to do some sales and PR work.
Well, you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but I'm a fast learner. And the more I think about it, the more I fancy it. So, do we have a deal? £2,000? Or should I make it 2,500?
Oh, you might as well, then, yeah.
You haven't said yes yet to my terms.
Yeah, but listen, you can't be openly involved. I mean, we don't want a load of aggro off Bet or your granddad, do we?
Or Fiona.
Look, when it comes to business, I make up my own decisions, right?
Did do, partner. Did do.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And send me a postcard from Mauritius.
Oh, I will. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
She's getting spliced this afternoon, poor cow.
Ah, hope you didn't spoil her day with your jaundiced view of matrimony.
How's Tracy?
Well, she's off the ventilator, which is an improvement.
Good.
Yeah, Samir's coming over, and I said they can stay at my place.
That'll be a cosy threesome.
Well, I was hoping that I could move in here.
Isn't there somewhere else they could stay?
I've offered them the flat.
What about Liz MacDonald or Emily?
Look, if it's too much trouble.
No, it isn't that.
And what? Our daughter's desperately ill, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's not that I don't want to help.
No, but your sympathy does not extend to putting me up for a couple of weeks so her mother can be near her. Fine.
Ken.
Don't worry, I can make other arrangements. Wouldn't want you to put yourself out.
Oh, heck.
Would it have been that tricky to let him stay?
No. It's getting rid of him afterwards that would be the hard part.
Me and Carl used to be like that. Couldn't keep our hands off each other. Now look at us.
Right, Bets, I'm off.
Now, if you don't get a lift back, Cock, get a cab.
Oh, no, it's all right. Simon will give me a lift back in his Porsche. It won't be long till you've got one of those, will it, Steve?
What's she on about? Warped sense of humour, taking a notice.
I want nothing more than for us to be friends again. I hate the way things are.
Then do something about it.
We did have a little hug and a few words before she went away, but it was all very brief. There's still a lot unresolved.
So now she's back, you've got a chance to put things right.
It's not that easy. I said some very hurtful things.
Wasn't all one way, though, was it? It never is.
She was in a very emotional state. Samir was being threatened with deportation.
That's still no reason why you should take all the blame.
I'm not interested in who was at fault. I just want to put the whole wretched business behind us. Especially now, with Tracy so ill.
Then do something about it. Make the first move. One of you has to. Well, what's the worst that can happen? She smack you in the face with a wet kipper.
Hey. Very quiet in here.
Well, Nicky's with his mate. Sarah Lou's having tea across the road. Dave is in bed. How did it go?
Well, I don't know. I'm past caring now.
Well, I'm sure it went well. Some soup in the pan.
Okay.
I went to the hospital today.
Oh, what, to see Tracy?
Yeah, I looked in. You know she's out of a coma, don't you?
No, not Tracy. Kathy Power.
What?
I was right. She's just a kid.
She's 19.
To me, that's a kid.
So what did he say?
Oh, don't worry. I didn't go shouting the odds.
Well, what did you go for?
To see what she looked like. So what is it you find so attractive about her?
I don't think I actually said she was attractive.
You'd hardly have found her repulsive.
Oh, come on, Gail.
It was just a quickie, a one-off.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what she said. Do you know what the most shocking thing about this sordid little affair is? She can hardly remember it happened. Says a lot for her morals, doesn't it?
Well, she's not a slag.
To take your word for that.
Well, maybe now you believe me, eh? That it wasn't important.
So, you get sloshed and fall into bed with a slip of a girl who's too far gone to even notice, but everybody's doing it. It's no big deal. But it does matter, Martin. It matters to me. And no, it doesn't help knowing that for a few drunken moments that mean nothing to either of you, you've put me through all this pain.
How is she? Well, she's out of the coma, but she's still very sick.
What do they say?
They want to get the drugs out of her system before they deal with all the other things.
Like what?
Oh, just some things not working as well as they should.
That's to be expected. But she's young and fit and in very good hands.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Is Ken not in?
No, he'll have gone round to Denise's to ask about staying there when Samir comes over next week. He doesn't like us being apart.
I wrote to you.
I didn't get any letters.
I didn't post them.
I did the same thing. We're a right pair of idiots, aren't we? What did you say?
That even if I still have doubts about your marriage, I'd be delighted to be proved wrong. And that I very much want us to stay in touch.
Well, that's a concession at any rate. Only don't tell Percy Sugden or else he'll accuse you of coming over to the enemy.
You were never the enemy, Deirdre. You were always a very, very dear friend.
Even when I was being horribly cruel to you.
You mean about Bernard? Even then. Now, supposing we stop raking over old coals and get down to something really important. Like putting the kettle on.
I hung on to the last minute. There was no sign.
Well, he's probably in a meeting. I mean, there's a lot involved. You know, in a big takeover like that.
I know, sorting out redundancy for a start.
Right, what is everybody having?
I'll have a white wine, please, Colonel.
Yeah, and an exceedingly large scotch for me. Go on.
Right. I thought I'd find you in here.
Oh, yeah. Just a wee reviving tincture after a hard day at the helm. I did say a single, didn't I, for me? And get a double malt for Mr. Furman here with it.
I'm not stopping. Just thought you'd like to know they'd pulled out. So it's Tata Miami for the foreseeable future.
No. You're in your prime, Eric. You'd be bored to death on the golf course all day. I mean, rapier like minds like yours, they thrive on the cut and thrust of business, don't they? Yeah. Are you sure you won't have a wee dram? Come on.
Quite sure. Some major rethinking to do.
Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't
Look,
it?
he knows they've not binned the deal just because of what you said. He's just making you sweat, isn't he?
Yes, and he's succeeded.
A large scotch, please, Bert.
I bet you need that and all.
What?
Why, he traces very poorly.
Oh, yes. Giving you some more tests tomorrow.
You know, Deirdre was in briefly this dinner time. In spite of all this, she looks younger than ever. I'm thinking of taking myself off for a quick slink round the souk.
Hi. I think I'll splash out on a bottle of your best claret for a change. Seeing as my lady wife is chauffeuring me tonight in a sexy little passion wagon.
You'll be glad of that. I hear you're selling your Merc. Times must be bad.
No, on the contrary, Reet. Treat myself to an upgrade. Here, I bet he's talking your lady into it.
Into what?
Buying a car. Young John. Hairdresser and second-hand car salesman. Is there any end to this man's talents? I bet that's where he was taken the last night, to view the vehicle.
Yeah, very likely.
Yeah, I saw him getting into a cab dressed up to the nines. Mind you, I did think they made a lovely-looking couple.
I can.
When I babysat last week, you said you were going out with a pal.
That's right.
You were with John.
He's a pal.
And the night that Tracy was taken ill, were you with him then?
I don't have to answer to you.
Were you with John, yes or no?
All right, yes. We went to the pictures.
So, while I'm chasing around trying to find someone to look after our son so I can dash off to the hospital, you are out on the town with another man.
We went to the flaming pictures, Ken. It's hardly an
Put up
orgy.
with your half-truths for long enough, not to mention your mood changes, your selfishness, and your sheer bloody-mindedness.
Look, if this is because...
That's
I
all part of
wasn't
your
so
game
keen on
plan, isn't
having-
it? Cut me out. Don't let me get close. Don't let me get a toehold in your life. But what happened, Denise, eh? You got tired of me, bored, didn't like the way I ate my cornflakes? What? You never did have the decency to tell me.
It had run its course.
What?
It was...
Oh, run its course. Oh, flirtation, was it? A little bit of fun. And here's me, dumb enough to think we're having an adult relationship.
Don't do this, Ken.
I must have been insane to want you. And your bundle of neuroses. Well, I don't give a damn about being part of your life anymore, but I intend to be part of Daniel's. And I don't mean just the little bits that you graciously consent to dole out to me if by some miracle you happen to be in a good mood.
What the hell are
Look,
you
I've been a
talking
wimp.
about?
I've let you call all the shots. Well, now it's my turn. I ain't gonna do what I should have done months ago. I'm gonna see a solicitor and get full rights to my son.
A reminder that Sunday's Coronation Street Omnibus edition will be at the earlier time of 3:10.